question. Who is taking notes?
There we go.
Please don't be me. No, I think I did it last.
Oh, so that must
wait,
mean
I did
it's
it.
Shelly's turn.
What?
Well, Shelly was asking not to, so usually how that happens, like in game or when you're wanting to roll
Yeah.
something.
Actually, I
Looks
think
like it's
I
Derek.
It is Derek.
What?
Yeah, and I think I got
Surprise.
recap. I need to bring up my notes.
Well, dang it! I need to go. I need to be right back, but hopefully that'll be the recap because my wife just got home. So I'll be right back, though. I will take.
I'll
notes,
take
though.
my time.
Who took last? Oh, did you, Shelley? Okay.
Yeah, I got. Remember that was the weekend from hell. I had both nights. I didn't do a synopsis or whatever it's called on this one.
So whenever you're ready.
Yeah, it's coming up.
Oh, you keep this up, but I'm not going to give you guys any birthday karma. Hurry it up, or Christmas karma.
I'm going.
Who do you think is going to die in this? Session?
Me, because
See?
I'm going too slow.
See?
Okay, so
George knows.
gosh, I took a lot of notes. Let's see. I had to add some great quotes, so I am going to share them. Ixion Ship Still Has a Toilet by Derek Worley. I'm Not a Baby Boomer, I'm a Dino Boomer by Davey. I Have a Disguise. Sean pulls out a pair of Clark Kent glasses. Okay, the team begins by discussing what they are going to wear in Cinia. They do cover their uniforms with one is different than ours. Why did I write it that way?
I don't know. That's your English.
Yeah. Sean asked why we were even worried about our uniforms since we could keep them in our quantum communicators. They asked Pulsar what the fashion is like in Sienna, and Lightbringer decides that she needs to cover her hair somehow.
So did you write down Sienna?
Sienna? Well, Cinia.
There you go. I'm just making sure because all of a sudden we're in a tangent now where we've got some new place called Siena. Yeah.
It's S-E-N-I.
I knew we should have turned right at Albuquerque.
Brittany's all pulling out the carrot, just like looking up from a hole.
Yeah.
It's S-E-N-I-A, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, at least I spelt it right. I just can't pronounce it right. So,
yeah, Jerome, don't make fun of her reading disorder.
Yeah.
She wrote it.
So they get clothes from Wraith.
Mm-hmm.
Wraith. And why did I put Wrath?
Well, that's what he was going to go do.
Yeah. So they figure out their clothing issue and they head out. Hyperion talks to the team about Dr. Rostenkowski. She is an unknown. If she has gone to the other side or being kept against her own will, he points out that she could be very powerful and a danger to them all. He is concerned that she could manipulate him, and he asked Red Arsenal to knock him out and for Lightbringer to break any connection she might have with him. So I'm looking. I don't want to read this whole thing.
Yeah, you don't
they
have
get
to.
there.
Just summarize as you can.
Yeah. So they get to Cinia. They decide to take the ship. They drop the team off, but Ixion and Sean stay on so that they can park the ship in the ocean, and then she teleports them to the fishing shack where everyone was meeting up. And then they find out that Wraith is actually that hot dude, Donovan Alexander McLaren. And Sean is the only one that shows her surprise as the others play it cool. Hyperion opens a portal. The group walks through into a rickety old house. They meet Patricia Patrios.
Mm-hmm.
She, aka Pat Patriot from World War II, and Jonathan Battle, the great grandson to the original Captain Battle.
Yep.
Patricia explains the situation. She lets them know that the government is on alert, so they have to be extra careful and try not to mingle too much. Jonathan takes them as far as he can. He uses some kind of device that allows them to get through one of the checkpoints. After he distracts the guards, the group gets in. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking. So anyway, they do make their way to Dr. Roskowski, and they see a familiar figure hanging on the wall, which turns out it's Wombat. And Hyperion actually disguised himself as the CEO of
Shadestone.
Thank you, because I had to look for Shadestone. Nobody knows that he's presumed dead. Does a great job of intimidating everybody around him. Gets in, confronts Dr. Roskowski. We find out that she is not there on her own will, and that she is concerned now that we've been made and is urging them to go. And she asked them to take Komori with them. So they get Komori, and they take off and they make their way through the warehouse.
And part of the reason that she was being held there, or why she couldn't come with us, was because she had some sort of
it was
thing.
She has a bioweapon in her.
Yep.
It requires
the bioweapon
a shot every 2 hours.
Yeah. So they're going to have to figure out how to get the shot so that they can go back and rescue her and get her out of there, and remove whatever tech that was put in her. So, looks like we managed to, Pulsar had a shown moment where he kind of overused his powers and almost killed somebody, but the guy's going to be eaten through a straw for the rest of his life. And let's see, they come up against other superpower people. So there was Wraith Code, who he messes with Shon's quantum watch thing and all her expensive evening gowns. Well, she's the most upset because her evening gowns were in there, her jewelry, and her box of Krispy Kremes that she can't get back. Because she was trying to put one of her brothers in there.
Yeah,
Ixion.
Ixion and Hyperion.
And Hyperion,
yeah. So we had Crimson Warden and we had Grindel. And it looks like
we ended the scene mid-combat.
Yeah, because Lightbringer slapped a collar on one of them, but I guess I didn't write down who it was.
Ironstorm.
I think it was
Ironstorm, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's it. So LB picks up the Russian collar and slaps it on the one that attacked her. Pulsar swoops up Hyperion and Shone and heads full speed at the door. The corrugated steel crumples outwards and explodes. Scene ends. Good grief. Yes, I can read. So that's what happened.
So your son is loud, so you're going to have to mute. FYI.
Okay. Yes. Sorry, guys. Let me tell him to mute myself and yell at him.
Literally. She mutes and it's like, hey! Shut it So as a recap then, and just so I'm clear, we left off right as Lightbringer slapped that collar right around Ironstorm's neck.
So we Lightbringer did that, and then Pulsar grabbed Hyperion and Chone and rocketed through the warehouse bay door.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Komori needs
Red
to
Arsenal?
grab somebody, and
that's right.
Lightbringer needs to bring the others.
Who is bringing Red Arsenal?
So I think Komori can take 2 people, and I can take the other 2.
Okay, so you are Pulsar has grabbed Hyperion and Xenofreeze and is bulldozer number 1 hit the door to make it crumple and flying out. Yes.
I thought I had shown because she was
shown
pretty bad
because she was she was actually dying because she had gotten hit in the trachea and she's like bleeding out of her.
Oh, that's right. Yes, kill
and,
result.
And Xenofreeze is a puddle.
So Xenofreeze is undetermined. Who has Hyperion?
I have Hyperion because I figured.
So you have shown in Hyperion, okay,
Yeah.
and you're rocketing out onto freedom. We're uncertain of what we can do with Xenofreeze. Lightbringer has Iron Storm right in front of her with that collar on. Red Arsenal.
Yes.
Ooh, can I use my telekinesis to gather up my goopy brother into a goop ball and rocket away with him?
That sounds like a great idea.
That's a good question. What is your power rank with your telekinesis?
My telekinesis is a typical 6.
So, typical 6. I need to consult the chart on that one. I actually don't remember what that maxes out with weight-wise, because you're about to find out he's not the weight of water.
Can we spend karma? Can we spend
No.
karma?
I'll let you. He would know. He's been practicing. He already knows like his limits for strength. It's not like he's going to try and grab him and go like, I don't know. I can't pick him up.
Yeah, because he's a dense boy.
He's a dense. Yeah.
Is
it more than a ton?
No. I need to look up. I need to pull up the book real fast.
Yeah, there's a chart that shows what the ranks.
Just found it.
You'd be able to pick me up, but maybe not.
Here we go. So at a TY strength for telekinesis, essentially mental strength, it's the same sort of press. You can press up to 200 pounds. So that would be max.
Half of me.
So I could tell you right now, even though you don't know this about him, you never actually did that. The moment you would reach out with your mind, because I mean it's speed of thought. You reach out, you realize it's heavier than you could. It would be like basically tethering yourself to the ground and then running towards him and being stuck running in a circle.
Okay.
He's just oddly enough too dense to pull with your mental might.
Okay, so.
Red Arsenal.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Can I give him can I just say stuff?
We're all still connected by the crown, right?
Okay.
Crown is down.
Oh, the crown. Right, because of Wraith Code's thing.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
wait, what? The technology.
Oh, that's even the telepathy thing that we have with
because it was based on the crown.
Yeah, essentially it's based on the crown. Yeah, it boosted Lightbringer's ability to keep everybody connected. Lightbringer can still bring it back because she has telepathy, but she can't use it through the technology to make it,
So, I guess you'll have to just use your words.
Okay. Am I in a position where
you'll have to yell because remember you're rocketing yourself and your comms are down.
Okay, I'm gonna shout, take out the backpack. Because the person with the backpack was the one who knocked out our
he electronics code.
Oh, okay. All right. Where is this man with the backpack?
Okay, so the individual with the backpack, that is Wraith Code. He is hanging back from everybody. He's obviously got some gear on, and he is in the process right now of lining up a shot on, trying to line up a shot on Pulsar, but Pulsar's moving just a bit too fast.
If only we had somebody with missile weapons.
We do. He's a puddle.
Well,
If only we had more people with missile weapons. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
okay, well,
Sean, get out your missile launcher.
I'm gonna get out my missile launcher then and aim it at Wraithcoat then.
Okay, so pulling out your
Bow, yep.
okay, so roll your psyche.
Psyche. Oh my goodness, it's a TY6. Oh, that's right, because all the
bow
tech
doesn't work.
is
Yeah.
down. Ah!
But it's a guttural reaction. It's like, I got to do this. You pull it out,
Yeah.
and you're trying to project your mental attack through there, and you see that it doesn't channel anything. It's clearly offline, and you're like, crap, as your mind is, mentally trying to go,
That's right.
May we spend karma?
you absolutely can spend karma.
We only have, because we haven't rolled for new karma yet, we only have 106 available to spend. And what's it? So you're at TY6?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see here. TY6.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
You need at least a 51 for a green.
Yeah, so like if we spent 50, that would at least secure a green. You know what? It might be worth it because
Okay. Let's do 50. Here
Let's
we
do
go. Yes.
Oh, nice.
So what'd you get?
149.
Red feet.
Red feet. Okay.
Oh no.
Would you like to spend an additional, what is it, 50 to prevent
50.
a kill result?
Yeah.
Oh,
So mark off another 50.
Yeah.
all right. So that pretty much takes care of the karma. We're at 6 karma now.
So in a split second, you realize it's not working. And so
Mhm.
you've been trying to train, but at this point, it's more instinct. You're just like, for the love of God, work. And you just like project it outward the old fashioned way. You can feel the mental strain as you're trying to focus and, without the enhancement of the bow, which has made it so much easier for you to mentally hone in on your targets. And you just send it out there, and in a brief instant, you make that connection mentally with him, and you see him go flying backwards, screaming as he gets hit for 50 points of psionic damage.
Let's go.
And that was the guy with the backpack?
That was
Did you mention his name?
Wraith Code.
Wraith Code.
That is Wraith Code?
That is Wraith Code.
Okay. Spelled just how it sounds?
Yes.
Okay.
Just all one word is all. That's the only difference. Okay, 1 second. We get out some dice here. Take my strong hand.
give me your other one.
Okay, so so you're unsure. He doesn't appear to be moving as of this point. But yes, you did luckily tag him.
Excellent.
Uh,
Does our tech work? No, I still imagine.
no, you are
Okay.
correct.
All right.
So that was at 8. So we're down to 6. Oh yeah, well. You know what? No. So at that point, Komori is grabbing who?
Oh, if she can grab
Is she grabbing Red Arsenal? then?
Ixion,
Well, Xenofreeze is a
Yeah.
puddle.
well,
Because how would you pick that up?
Right.
And he's a heavy puddle. He's not
Oh,
like
she has the strength to pull it off. It's just a
Oh,
matter of she
Okay.
can't scoop them up into 2 hands.
Right.
There. So out of our quantum holding watches,
Hmm.
our regular clothes would be in there. So if she could like scoop him up with like a shirt or something and then hold that in one hand.
Okay, so
I am
direct her to
wearing-
try and push his body, like scoop him up into an outfit and
Yeah.
kind.
Well,
Okay,
I am wearing my uniform.
no, well, I
Right.
again, I understand you're still a puddle,
Right.
so she's gonna have to waste an action to land and try and hopefully
Compile me in
keep
my
keep basically the warm water from the cooler, you know, in the
Or-
actual water balloon.
Or she could take the hostage and I could, because I'm still on the ground, I could take
How would
I
you
could
take
take
it?
an action to what?
How so you're going to do it or she? Because she's stronger.
Okay. She could do it then.
Are the other members of this group still knocked out? Because Komori was the one who.
I think so. Yeah, they were supposed to be asleep.
For the moment, yeah. We don't know how long that's going to last.
Right.
Okay.
So our action or our goal was to just get out
Okay.
And who put him
and
to sleep?
Komori.
Komori,
Use
with her
her
pheromones.
pheromones.
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
Her super stink. Sleep.
You smell so
What
bad.
was the leader's name again? Iron what?
Iron Storm.
Ironstorm, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so she is running over to go scoop up Xenofreeze at this point. And that is on Abby's action. We've already dealt with George at this point because you guys have had a momentary. So Brittany, so that would be everybody for this action. So we're at the top of the round. Okay, so everybody is barring that. Brittany, you're grabbing Ironstorm and trying to run for it. I guess Red Arsenal, you are as well. Then
I would like to smash the backpack.
okay, so you go run. Then you're not running out. You're in. You're trying to run in the warehouse, basically adjacent to the big hole in the door, to try and take out the backpack that Wraithcoat has. Okay, so we're at the top of the round. Uno momento, 4 flavors. Okay. Okay, so you see that Iron Storm and Crimson Warden wake up immediately. And let's see how many actions Iron Storm is getting. 3. That's not good. Crimson Warden.
Oh, I thought he was the Crimson Marauder.
No. I knew who you meant.
Warden.
It was Crimson something.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So, so at the start, Iron Storm is way faster. You realize, unfortunately, too late after you've placed the collar and he's waking up. His are technologically based, but it was a great idea. So he is, you see him start to blur. He hasn't pulled any weapons off his back, but he starts to blur, and he's actually taking 2 strikes to Lightbringer. Lightbringer, are you going to try and just run dodge to get away, or are you going to try and judo chop your way out of this and block him with fighting? Keep in mind you're muted.
Let's see. My fighting is incredible. Yeah, I mean, sure, I'll try it.
See, if you ultimately, if you're trying to block him, you're standing your ground.
No, I'd
Which-
like to try and like put him out or something.
So, but that's what I'm saying. So it's not your action just yet. But if you're gonna try and stop him from attacking you, and by blocking, you're standing your ground, and basically you're in a Captain America style scene. It's you're trying to match him tit for tat.
Okay.
If you try to go agility, you can just translate that into like you're just trying to evasively, keep moving forward to the exit and hoping he doesn't catch you with anything in particular. It doesn't mean you can't then turn around and like fire on him as you're running away. It just means you're not standing your ground, is what I'm getting at.
I'm gonna retreat.
Probably smart. Okay, so go ahead and give me one agility check.
Do I get to add acrobatics?
You do.
Okay.
And this is how many column shifts he will effectively be down to try and hit you. Because you were just nimble and have a bit of combat sense about you.
Yellow.
Ooh, not bad. So for dodging, that may just save your hide. He is down 4 column shifts to actually strike you. Because you were very nimble.
Nice.
This is where that combat sense is coming into play. This is why it's hard to hit Spider-Man.
Yep.
Because Spider-Man has an amazing agility. And he's often putting people at -6 column shifts to hit.
Right.
Let's see.
I don't like that sound.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't terribly good. I need to focus on the threshold. So we got 4 column shifts down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so by 2 he catches you with that one.
Okay.
And no dice. So you nimbly get out of the way of the second one. So he catches you with like a basic right hook from his cybernetic arm. Bang! You end up taking 40 points of physical damage minus anything that you have for your costume.
It is no bueno. Okay.
FYI, Shelly, your CPU is overloaded right now. It's why you're having some problems seeing this. You're probably going to have to cut some programs out on your computer. I do like Video Ninja for that. Helps me debug problems.
Yeah.
Okay, so you catch one, but you're still in motion. This is actually the first time you've actually had to take on a speedster, so it is obviously no bueno, but you're holding your own. His next action, or his last action, I should say, for his fighting is he then turns and he ends up pivoting. Because he's a speedster, just in mid-motion, he ends up winging something right at Red Arsenal. Red Arsenal, are you attempting to... are you going to attempt to dodge? Or
Spider-Man dodge.
Spider-Man dodge. Okay, so it's going to be your agility, and if you have anything that adds to that, like acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
You do? Oh, look at that.
Agility is incredible. So
Ooh.
what's
Nice.
after incredible?
Amazing.
AM 50. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
AM 50.
AM 50.
This could be good.
Roll. Oh, I don't need to put the 50. White feet.
Okay. This could be bad. Oh, it's bad. Okay, so
Yeah.
so basically this is all moving like really fast. You put everything into it, and you were focused right on, right on Wraith Code, and bam, hit him for a loop, and like right as you're turning around, you end up seeing Crimson Warden just moving like as fast as he can, but it's all slow motion. It's all like mind's eye sort of thing. And then you see him, and you're getting ready to pivot, and you see something at the last moment come flying right at you from the blur that had been chasing down Lightbringer. And in that last moment, you see it open up in a clamp-like motion, strike you in the throat.
Oh.
And it was a projectile collar, and you immediately go down with -7 column shifts to all of your powers.
Nice.
And that was Iron Star that did that?
Iron Storm. Roll your
Storm.
endurance at this point, -7 column shifts.
Let me get that.
What's your endurance?
Endurance is, where are we? Incredible 40.
Not bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're rolling exactly shift 0.
Nice.
To get a green, you're gonna need a 66 or higher.
So that's SO,
Yep.
looks like. Or S0.
Yep.
Let me see, S0. Wait, feet.
Okay, makes sense. So the shock of everything happening knocks you out. You are stunned and kind of just laying there, a little loopy and a little helpless. Okay, that was that round. So Crimson Warden at that point, he sees that you have gone down. He is re-diverting his actions at this point. Let's see. Well, he is hand to hand, so while it was good for him to shake that off, he's not really going to be able to catch anybody. Yeah. So with the others down, he's just going to scoop you up.
Oh, rage.
Okay, so that was their actions. Going back to initiative, Davy is down for the count. Shelly is down for the count. That brings us to you know what? I think Komori would be brave in this instance. She's, even though she is stuck trying to take care of Xenofreeze, which she did successfully kind of make him pull up into his left leg and just like yank him up, into his costume sort of thing. And of course she's strong enough. That's not going to be an issue.
And she swings Ixion as a club.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to think how Abby would see this, or like as Komori, because Iron Storm is on Lightbringer, but Lightbringer isn't exactly down. Lightbringer is still in motion and making her way towards the door. Red Arsenal is down. Yeah, we can only be heroes once in our life. She's going to she's taking a moment to fire off a laser emission to try and hit him, to try and hit
Crimson Warden.
Crimson Warden. She was not a part of the karma pool. You know what?
She got her own.
She does have a little bit, I do believe. Let me see what she might have for this.
She did win the RP vote last time, so she has some.
What did she get for the RP vote? Do we remember?
I think
I gave her. Did I give her 200?
I think it was 200.
Yes, because
Yeah.
that's in the notes.
Okay, so
Nice. Notes for the win.
I'm gonna be right back. I have a very nervous bladder in this scene.
all right. I'm
Hashtag
good.
me last night.
I'm going to leave this up to the group. Dramatic moment here. Komori is not playing around. These people have taken in an instant. They've threatened her family. They still have her mother. She's putting everything into this laser blast to Crimson Warden. What I need to know is if I end up rolling a red result, is she going to go ahead and go with the kill result? So, odd or even, guys, and I will let you all collectively decide. Do you want odd or do you want even?
We're all pretty odd.
I think with everything she's going through and the fact that they have her mom and they've got her rigged with some explosive in her head.
Well, odd or even. We're just choosing that.
Yep, you're just choosing odd or even.
I always go for
Okay.
odd.
Odd?
Okay,
All right.
odd.
We'll do it.
Yeah, sure,
sounds
odd.
good.
Okay. Here we
Big
go.
said odd.
That looks like an odd result.
Was that a oh or a oh?
Ooh.
Hang on a second. Dude, for the love of crying out loud. There we go. Okay. One moment. Hold, please.
But would we lose Karma because she's not really part of the team?
Yep.
But we
would
only
still
have
lose
like
Karma if she kills.
we only have 6 in our group available. That's why everything else is banked.
That looks like
Okay.
a 70, so that's even. I guess we lose everything.
Really? 7 is an even number?
He's rolling a percentile.
I love how
as-
Davey comes out with these non sequiturs and totally commits to it.
Hashtag not a math major.
I know exactly.
Roll
Not
a
math.
percentile.
Okay.
You did roll a percentile, and it does say 70. However,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. So
Well, remember, Davey. 2 plus 2 is 7 for him.
Yeah.
So you see this eruption come from her eye sockets as this laser rips into ends up ripping into Crimson Warden. And let's see. The good news is, I in his case, he's actually really hard to kill. That regeneration is very helpful. Okay. That is... Oh, boy. Okay. He goes down hard. He doesn't appear to be... doesn't look like he's dying, but he goes down hard. He's not, like, severed in half or anything noticeable at this point. So Red Arsenal had once been on his shoulder, and he was getting ready to move, and then this beam like shoots like right into his chest, pierces out the backside, puts some searing marks up against the wall and the door as he goes down and collapses. And of course, the sack of potatoes that is Red Arsenal right now just kind of thumps down to the ground as well. You're still kind of loopy, but you're on the ground, really, at this point.
Oh, okay. All right. I have some conscious. Nice.
Yeah. You're just unfortunately, your body's not responding the way you want, but and you don't really know which direction's the right way, but you hit the ground because you thudded. All right, so that is what she did, and now we're in a situation where somebody's going to have to try and get Red Arsenal.
I was going to do that.
You were heading towards the door.
Can I go
Well,
back?
I'm gonna circle back and grab him.
Okay, so
Okay.
hold on one second. So that was Abby. Davy's down. So we're at Britt. So Britt, you are, instead of running for the door, you're going to run back to grab.
I would think that I'm flying.
Is your flying power based or technology based?
Power based.
Power. Okay, then you're flying. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I will circle back and make a dive for my brother.
Okay, give me an agility check. Acrobatics
Okay.
cannot be used with this.
Can she cartwheel in the air?
She can. It's just not helpful.
Right, exactly.
It's like the fight
Green.
scene Hero.
Green.
Green. Okay, so you turn around and you bank right past Iron Storm at this point, and you have to land, but you gun it back to the other way and scoop up Red Arsenal. Pulsar, you are starting to move at a good clip because you're at rocket speeds. Obviously, you're a living rocket essentially.
Rocket Man.
If you continue going the route you are going to be free and clear.
Well, I
Why do I
definitely
hear a butt in there?
I definitely wanted to get the door open, so that is mission complete. But like as I turn behind me and I see that nobody else is following me just yet,
Okay.
I am going to now. How far away am I from this building?
At this very moment, since you've blown through the door, you are roughly 30 feet from the door.
Okay, so not too far. I'm actually going to
Well, next
fly.
round it'll be even more, but yeah.
Okay. Can I head back towards the door so I can get a good view of everybody leaving? And I want to use my fire generation. Can I make a wall of flame?
Do you have flame manipulation?
I have fire generation, fire control.
Fire control. Fire manipulation is what you would actually need for that. Fire control allows you to decrease intensity.
Oh, okay. I was going to see if I could build a wall of flame to kind of give.
You could still fire on the ground. I mean, it's not going to create a wall, but anybody with a flamethrower going, there's a temporary wall of don't go there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm going to.
It's not one of those precision.
Yeah, I want to give you guys a covering fire. I want you to be able to, without suffering any more nonsense from these jokers, just kind of not blanket, but essentially create a projection of fire on behind my my siblings so they can make their escape.
The problem with that is they're too spread out on the inside. You could definitely do that at the entrance, which would probably help Komori and Xenofreeze, but the others are too far in.
Oh, they're still too far in?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what to do because I want to help, but
you could just throw a fire blast.
Just throw
a fireball.
Just like a fireball in past Lightbringer
it would be past Komori.
Okay.
If you went that far in, you're actually you would be threatening both Red Arsenal and Lightbringer with the damage.
I don't want to hurt them.
Essentially, the way it's laid out is you have Komori and Xenofreeze at the door. Mm-hmm. They're almost free and clear if she could get back up in the air and get out. Mm-hmm. But Lightbringer, unfortunately, had to go all the way back to try and get Red Arsenal. So if you lobbed something back that way, you're going to probably strike them with a fireball. However, in the middle, that's pretty much where the Sovereign Vanguard was. So if you drop a fireball in between Komori and Lightbringer, it doesn't really help either one of them, but it certainly makes the sleeping Sovereign Vanguard have to deal with sudden splash of fire damage.
Okay. I think I will do that in the hopes that any fire that I throw out, Lightbringer can fly over it.
Which is a possibility. It's a warehouse, so there may be some room.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. I feel because I'm still carrying, like, so I don't want to go too far in and risk Shone and
Right, exactly.
and,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna kind of chuck a.
Oh, and keep in mind, Shone. I don't think Shone has been patched up.
Right.
Oh,
So
that's true too.
Shone is essentially bleeding out.
Do I need any special abilities in order to patch anybody up?
First aid.
Like, is that I do? Let's see. Is that a talent?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I do not have that. I don't know if I'd be able to. I need to get her to Lightbringer.
Just get clear and we'll join you.
Okay. So you just want me to flee, or the fireball?
Either way.
Oh,
Fireball.
okay.
You'll hear Hapira and be like, "Fireball!"
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna.
If it helps, Emerald Titan is yelling for Fireball too. He said it 3 times. Fireball, Fireball, Fireball. So he's certainly cheering you on to make with the explosive fiery stuff.
Okay.
Since Ixion is there, you hear him go. Bloop.
It's fireball.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna toss a fireball into.
Loosely to fireball.
Yeah, I'll toss a fireball into the ranks of these dorks.
Okay.
And, hopefully
Agility
put them in
check.
disarray. Okay. Okay. I have my agility's IN. What would I need to do what would I need to add, like, karma-wise, in order to get at least a green?
I don't know if you have your own karma.
I have 420 personal karma. Is it okay for me to use that?
Sure.
You would need to get at least a 31 in order to get a green.
Okay, so I'm gonna put plus 31, and I will mark that down. If that's okay, is that okay, Jerome?
It's your karma. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Red feet.
Oh, look at that. I have endurance checks to make. Okay, well, Iron Storm could quite possibly dodge. He's the only one that's up right now. To which he does, so the quippy speedster gets out of the way. The others, not so much. So at a red result, that is a potential kill. Would you like to spend 50 more karma to make sure it doesn't kill?
Yeah.
Okay. So then they are out of potential threat. So they are mostly just taking the damage. Yet they are asleep. What is the intensity of your flame generation?
AM 50.
Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, things just got serious, Lightbringer. Big explosion right behind you.
Burn, baby, burn.
As you just see, like,
the cool people don't look back.
as you, yeah, there you go. As you
people
see,
started
like the Sovereign Vanguard kind of get thrown about with that explosion. The overhead extinguishers are all starting to go off on the inside. Really, at this point, since you have got Red Arsenal, give me an endurance check.
Endurance.
Shift 0.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Oh,
I need a red result. Let's go.
Oh, shift.
Ah, green.
Okay. So that was enough to. You're sentient. You're recovered. You're obviously very weak. You can't. You're practically immobile. at this point. But you know Lightbringer's got you, and Lightbringer's probably about ready to take off to the skies.
Okay. I don't think he'd say anything other than thank you. And
So Lightbringer, it is just you and Ironstorm. And Ironstorm at the top of the round sees that you are attempting to flee. And I take it then, Pulsar, you ran after the fireball, or are you hanging out?
Should I have rolled my fighting to see if I got multiple actions?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, oh wait, maybe I could have hit that guy again. Just forget that guy.
So, but were you attempting to rocket away, or are you hanging out because Shone is dying?
Okay, yeah, I gotta get. I feel bad leaving anybody behind.
I know
like,
it's tough.
God, what am I supposed to do? Okay, I'm going to shout to Lightbringer to just run, and then I'm gonna try to get Shone someplace safe so we can get her patched up.
Okay. So you take off and fly, knowing that Shone is in dire need. Komori sees that you're doing that and starts to pursue. So she's got Xenofreeze in tow. Ironstorm looks and sees that like they're fleeing, and there's that look in his eyes. He focuses right on Lightbringer, and at this point, you see him grab two more off of his rig, and you see two more of those cuffs go flying.
Can you dodge?
Okay. So that's what I can do is dodge.
Unless you want to fight the wristbands coming at you, which I don't advise. She's all, whoa!
Do you have like
I'm
a
going
sword?
to block them with my wrists.
I know exactly. Click, click. Fancy bands.
Okay, so just agility then.
Yes. So give me an agility check, and let's see if he's able to tag you.
Can I spend some of my personal karma to help Brittany?
Red!
Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
Red!
At a red result, he is 6 column shifts down to hit you. That is going to be tough.
Can I spend some of my karma to make that worse for him?
Negative. But it's
Can
a
I
thought that
spend my
counts.
2,500 LTG points for a villain reroll, so that way if he succeeds, you have to reroll?
No,
No.
because that just
Can-
means I get to re-roll if it's bad.
Can we send?
So if you want to do that, go ahead. I would love you for it.
No.
Can we like pool together to send you a Domino's pizza to your apartment? Or
No bribing the DM.
Hey, that worked. That has worked in the past for you, as a matter of fact.
It has.
I can attest
It
to
has, but I'm trying to be good.
Your Honor, there's precedence. I do declare.
I know. I say, I do declare.
In the summer of 1999, I believe a pizza was delivered to a certain GM.
you know, that's probably pretty close to the time.
So
frame.
Lightbringer at this point, grabbing, scooping, basically you're white knuckling at this point, Red Arsenal, and you scoop him up by both because you don't have as much strength as the others. So you've got him up under the armpits, and you are flying at
I have EX20.
right. I'm not saying you're weak, but
Okay.
keep in mind that he's pretty much dead weight.
Okay.
So you scooped him up, and like immediately you bank the first one, just like, and like Red Arsenal's foot nicked the first one as it came by. It's like pink, and kind of it goes flying off, and so you're like banking again really hard, just trying to get away from it. The first one you got away from. Second one. Ooh. Good. Okay. What is
You're
your
supposed to say
endurance, Lightbringer?
RM30.
Go ahead and roll it at a shift 0.
Oh no. green.
Oh, okay. Well, as you were flying, the next one ends up like striking your foot and latching on, immediately sending you both, toppling down and rolling around onto the ground. Thankfully, your suits absorbed the impact, so there's no like physical damage that happened from that. So you're not unconscious. And he's taking his last action to punch you right in the face.
Rude.
Rude. He's not a gentleman at all.
Oh no, of course not. Ooh. Let's see. Blunt.
He needs to be
Ouch.
taught a lesson.
Roll your endurance again. He may have stunned you with the impact of the punch.
Am I still at shift 0?
Yes.
Wow.
Would you like to spend the remaining 6 karma?
Sure.
Go for it.
I have some personal karma.
If you want to use that, you can.
Okay, and I want to get a green.
You want at least a green.
Throw the 6 on there too, just because.
Okay, shift 0 green. I need at least 66.
Hey, there you go.
So
Destiny.
I am your density. I mean, your destiny.
No, that's me. That's
okay, I'm gonna spend 70.
Okay, so we know you have a green result.
I just add plus
Yeah,
on
plus
the end of
70.
okay. Okay. 77.
Still green.
Wow.
It was a good
so I
idea.
would have rolled a 7.
Yeah.
It was a very good idea that you spent that karma. So he like grabbed you by the hair at that point and just bam drilled you with for all it was worth.
Rude.
Another 40 points minus anything your costume absorbs. And at that point, like as he punches you, your resilience, you're just like, like you can't even help it. You just kind of smile at him as you take that punch. And he's infuriated at her look because she's still defiantly, she's still not down.
I have 10 hit points.
Boy.
Wow.
She is not looking good, friends. She is not looking good. So
Okay, so the thing that's on my foot, that means that
it's on your ankle.
what is on like what
He threw an inhibitor collar at you.
Okay, so what stats does it affect?
All your powers and your physicals. It doesn't affect
Okay,
your
but
mentals.
not my reason.
Yeah, it doesn't make you dumb. Yeah. So
So does it affect like intuition and psyche though?
nope.
Is this
Oh.
thing like some kind of like it's shrinking to fit around her ankle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it within reason, it auto adjusts. Like you couldn't fling something like this at somebody the size of the Hulk, and hope for it to, attach.
Okay.
But
yeah, because
most normal people sized, yeah.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I was like, because if it's meant for like the neck, it might be too big for her dainty ladylike ankles.
Oh yeah, no,
She might be able to just pull it off.
No, it's like a technological bolo. So it's going to hit, connect, and restrict.
Okay.
So you're still up.
And Iron Storm's the only one of.
Yes,
The
Iron
enemies.
Storm is the only one of them up. So there is that. So you know what? I will let you guys call it again. Does Komori see it? Odd or even? She was the last one out.
Odd.
Odd.
We're going with
Odd
Odd
worked
again?
for us last
Yeah,
time.
we'll
Okay.
go on again.
Odd didn't work for you last time. Odd
Oh.
was bad.
Oh.
Well, she didn't kill him.
Well, yeah. Technically, she didn't kill him. She tried to, though.
Oh.
So you're going with Odd? Everybody? Odd?
Odd.
Okay.
Let's see that 70.
No, she got a 10. So she did, She did no, not yeah. That was even.
Oh.
So what happened? I'm confused. Did she see or no?
I love the fact like if Davey was just like a regular like guy in a super fight audience or whatnot, like everybody's like duking it out or whatnot, and like at the last minute the wrong guy falls and collapses, and Davey's like yeah. Then everyone like looks at him, it's like, what are you doing? He's like, oh shoot. He's just that one guy who just got caught up in the moment, sort of thing, just with everything going on.
I feel like at a roulette table, you would like drive people crazy.
Yes.
You're like, go black, go black, go black, red, yeah, and everyone's like, we wanted black. Oh, just sorry, I got excited. All right, so. All right, she unfortunately doesn't see it. There is one.
Does she have a reroll?
Yeah, no, she does not. Good question though. So at this point, you end up. So Lightbringer and Red Arsenal, you guys are like helpless there at this point, and you see because the others. So we're out of combat at this point. The others have flown away. You reluctantly look back, and you don't see them following. But you've got to make it back because Shone is not going to last. And so at this point, without he's keeping kind of an eye out on the door, hits his communicator and says, basically gives a sit rep. Several of them have fled. 2 have been tagged and ready to bag. The rest of the team, needs operators down here. Stat gets off that. The door opens up. And obviously some people, start coming through. Random technicians and whatnot start looking. You guys don't really see him. You're kind of, on your knees at this point. You can kind of move, but it's very restrained. Obviously, you can't really run, and you're right at Ironstorm's feet, and he's like looking around, and he's about ready to say something, and he looks up and he says, "Doctor," and then you hear. Ooh.
She did him in.
Ironstorm. Give me an endurance check. Okay, so
hey, how come she gets to kill people?
Well, she technically doesn't. That would still be a loss of karma for all of you as well.
Oh,
okay. That is how
that
an
NPC?
Huh?
Even if it's an NPC?
Yep. Because you're supposed to be the heroes. The heroes are supposed to stop that.
Yeah.
So, from right behind you, you end up hearing this pop, 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 and unexpectedly, like he ends up taking like several rounds right to the chest and hits the ground. The technicians turn around, like 1 or 2 of them actually have some light firearms, and they draw them, and you see, well, not a gun go throw down for it, but then some more fire from behind you, again, as ooh, I did not expect it to go this way, although it was a possibility. Okay, so they were surprised. Some of the technicians at this point were trying to pull some of the Sovereign Vanguard like off the side or examine them, and when the gunfire started happening, they duck, like many wise people do. 2 of the guys who had weapons start turning and firing, and you can hear rounds like whizzing past you guys at this point, and your collar falls off, Red Arsenal.
Oh!
As you hear behind you.
Who's behind? Oh, he's going to turn around and see who's behind him.
It was the doctor.
Oh! Dr. Arstokowski, what are you doing here?
She's been shot. She's been shot twice.
Oh my God! Wake up, Carmen. Please.
Carmen's awake.
Okay, we got to get out of here.
You're gonna have to try and brute force the collar off of her if you're gonna.
I was gonna say, am I inhibited still?
Yeah, you're
she's
still
got
inhibited.
Okay, yeah, let's brute force this puppy.
What's your strength?
Strength is TY6.
Are your powers back or no?
Do
My
you,
powers are.
yes, your
yeah, but
collar's off. Your power's back.
Yeah,
Hey, sweetie.
but telekinesis is also TY6.
Gotcha.
So it'd be like the same thing. So
You could attempt to jam the even though the bow is inoperable at this point, you could attempt to jam the bow like on the collar or into the collar, like between her flesh, and try to use it as a like a wedge.
Ooh. What
You
would
do-
that?
You
What would that
do
be?
have 20 metacarbon fiber arrows that you
Those-
had with that.
Those fell out because they were in the
Yeah.
quantum computer.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
they're
Yeah.
I mean they're there. They're just all your stuff is strewn about.
Yeah.
Is there a
Can
gun on
I-
the floor?
Can I run over? Pick
There is a
up
gun.
some.
The
There's
gun
a
that the
gun?
doctor had.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the gun and shoot the
Shoot Lightbringer's leg.
yes, and try and break the inhibitor cuff.
Woo! Oh, do you have any personal karma?
I do not.
All
Can I
right.
spend personal karma.
But
Again,
I have.
I
have a
love the
good-
Hallmark moment you're going for, George, but unfortunately, no.
Okay.
I also have.
You got a good
marksmanship.
agility,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, I got a good agility. I also got marksmanship.
Marksmanship. Does that gives you one column shift?
Yeah, +1 to hit with any distance weapon that
Okay.
requires line of sight.
So that's all you can really add to it.
All
So
right.
what's your agility?
AM, 40.
So AM
Incredible.
50. So not terrible.
Oh!
And you,
100.
100
What
even.
result to hit the thing?
No, 100 odd.
Ooh.
I know. 100 odd, yeah.
So he stands up real quick, and Red Arsenal grabs a hold of that pistol and is like, "Oh, I hate these things. I never use them." And he spins it on a finger real quick, brings it down, and then with the one round, you hit the one weak point in the collar, and you see it just like snap off in sparks, and like in that moment, Lightbringer feels that rush of everything coming back to her, and the two technicians see that all of their guys are down, and they're like, "Oh dang!" and they start to run for it because they don't have any other reinforcements, and they're not going to try and shoot you guys with their two measly pistols.
Do I also have time to pick up the doctor?
You do, but
Okay,
you
yeah,
also
yeah.
know that there is that issue with the bioplague.
Yeah. No. We got. She's dead either way. Like, because she turned traitor. She shot Iron Commando. So
I'm gonna.
yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna
you've
scoop her up.
You've got somebody with hyper intelligence. You've got an android that once he's conscious has an amazing,
Yeah, we got
I
ways
mean-
to try to help.
and
I mean, if you
and,
could freeze her body so the
and a-
bioplague slows down,
and a geneticist.
Yeah.
maybe.
My
Yeah.
scanner and my med kit were in my watch.
Correct,
Yeah.
which is out on the floor somewhere.
Right.
So we got to get out of here. We
Should we just leave them?
yeah.
Okay.
Are
Then
you,
I'll.
are you, you going to leave the doctor?
No.
No, I'm gonna grab. I'm
Okay.
gonna grab the doctor and Red Arsenal, and I'm gonna fly away.
Okay. Oof. This is going to be tough. Give me a strength check.
Okay. EX20. What do I need for a green?
For a green, you're going to need at least a 41.
Okay, I will spend 40.
Okay. So you're going to at least have a green.
And she's grabbing the doctor and
Red
Red
Arsenal.
Red Arsenal.
Red Arsenal.
What did I say? EX.
EX20 plus EX plus 40.
Nice.
So I rolled a 98.
Okay.
So that makes 138.
So you grab the two of them, and this is one of those moments where you're bringing in all the groceries in one trip. Come heaven or high water. It doesn't matter if they're cutting the circulation off of your fingers.
We just gotta get it done.
You got to get it done, and you're just like just you can feel your jawbones clench as you grab a hold of them both, and it wouldn't be so bad if she wasn't dead weight at this point because of the injuries, but at least Red Arsenal's kind of able to like loop around and kind of like try to help scoop her up with with his own like arm or whatnot to keep the leverage from being too off, and you take off into the air, and just your whole upper torso, your muscles are just on fire. You are straining as you take it off into the air. You guys have made it back to the portal at this point, and of course you can hear alarms going off from the house that this place was situated at. Those of you who got there, you can see like there's some smoke now rising around the capital city. There's some popping off and some explosions and whatnot. But do you wait at the portal or you just jump through?
Just go.
Okay, so and then eventually, as you guys get skip through and get back to the Philippines, like at the last minute before Hyperion's going to shut this thing down so nobody else can come through, a visibly, like, her face is quite literally red from the strain of trying to bring these two. She's actually got the doctor and comes flying through with the last ounce of strength, just tucks and rolls, and they all like crumble through on the inside and bounce out onto the the ground just outside this shack.
So have I regained?
Not as of yet.
Shape.
Okay.
Is Hyperion back up?
No, not as of yet.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
Dang it.
Is there anybody in here who can help us who happens to be a doctor?
No, this was an abandoned place.
Okay.
That was the whole point to it.
Grab
There's no fallout.
And our comms are still down, right?
the truck battery and just hit Hyperion with it.
Our comms are still down.
Comms are still down.
So we can't contact the ship.
But you still you still have first aid.
I mean, I'll do what I can.
Ripping off
Sean
clothes, try to
first.
patch it. Okay, so Sean, go
Yep.
ahead and roll.
Sean first.
Or Sean, give me a well first, Lightbringer, give me a first aid check. So it's your reason plus your bump for first aid.
I don't think first aid works the same way. It seemed to be like a
You should
hold on.
take a blood sample
pull it
from me and throw it in there because I have nanotech in there. It might help her. I don't know.
I'm not sure what I could use to do that. I mean, maybe my brain can figure it out. Okay,
What am I
first aid
rolling?
talent.
My endurance?
You're not rolling anything.
Okay, it
yet.
says the medicine talent notes the loss of endurance may be halted by someone checking on the dying character and administering some form of aid. The first aid talent grants the character an immediate halt to endurance rank loss, the recovery of 1 rank immediately, 1 use only per situation, and in addition, the hero with the talent can stabilize a dying character at shift 0 health up to 5 rounds after the character reaches that level.
Would you like to roll?
Okay. So, I mean, it doesn't say anything about rolling, so I wasn't sure how it's
Yes,
actually
you 100% have to roll.
Yeah. It just
Okay,
gives you
so-
the capability of doing that if you roll right.
just reason plus first aid, or
Holy
reason
roller.
plus a
Yep.
combat or column shift. Okay, what's after amazing?
MN75.
MN.
Monstrous.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Was it that
Thank
bad?
God.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
it was that bad.
Come on. Yes.
Yellow.
Okay.
That's a little better.
So at this point, you are back to basics, like back when you first started learning like trauma and how to, save a person's life with almost nothing as far as tools or whatnot, just some technique and trying to patch up the wounds as best you can. You are able to do that. Shone is still going to be unconscious, and she is going to need higher medical services, but you, as far as you can tell, you have stabilized her.
Whew. Okay.
Thank you, David, for the penny.
Can I go and search Hyperion? Like, now that we're in this moment, I'm gonna search Hyperion's body for like a on button or a restart button.
Are you trying to loot
Reboot?
Hyperion?
No, I'm trying to see like,
I'm
is
just-
there? Yeah, I'm looking for the Windows. I'm looking for the Dell computer on switch that I can like.
Just turn me off and on again.
Yeah.
So
Wait,
yeah,
is he Dell or is he Microsoft?
Dude,
you're getting
yeah.
Dell.
Well, yeah, that's right. He's a Microsoft American. I forgot.
I'll
yeah,
see the dun, dun, dun.
So yeah, I'm just gonna like search him to try and find a way to like wake him up. If like light slaps on the face don't do it, like I'm gonna try to find like some sort of obvious thing that like might turn him back on.
Wave some Doritos under his nose.
Oh yeah, I'll put some of that paste that we got.
Sure. Yeah. So you're starting to investigate his body, trying to see if you can find like an off-on switch or something of the sorts.
Hold on, I think I heard the door.
Okay. So we're kind of paused here until Lightbringer can come back because she's going to have to try and stabilize the doctor.
But did I find a power switch on?
No, you don't
Okay,
find anything.
dang it.
You do find an odd-looking port on the back of his neck.
Oh, have I think I've seen that where like he can plug into stuff.
Yep.
Is it a? You said it's a port.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to ask Compass. Compass, what is this port for? Do you know?
Compass comes back. He says that is a direct communications port.
Compass, being able to shift the suit around, would I be able to shift you into something that I could like plug into Hyperion and maybe get him to come back to like just jumpstart him?
Negative. That is not how the energy forces that inhabit your body operate.
Dang it. Okay. I'm gonna kind of turn to
figure out something.
I'm gonna turn to Lightbringer and be like, what do we do? How do we get them? I hope that once we were away from that field, we'd be able to. They would just pop back on again. But
Yeah, I thought so too. Hang on, hold that thought. Can I see if I can stabilize Dr. Rostenkowski?
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, so another first aid check.
Yes.
I have no first aid abilities, but I'll try to help you.
Yellow.
Noise.
Nice. You were able to again. She is going to need actual medical assistance, but you're able to temporarily stabilize her at this point, so long as you're not jostled around.
Okay.
And you take a moment to take off some of her clothing to help, patch up, try and stop the bleeding, sort of thing. So.
Okay, and now can I examine Hyperion and see if I can figure out how to restart him?
Sure, go ahead. Roll your reason.
Should I use my big brain?
You could. I think technically in the scene you've already used it, haven't you?
She's got 2 halves.
Let's try on
I
the
don't
other
know.
half.
Well,
she will artfully bring him
Okay,
back.
I'll just use regular reason then.
I have a GD10. My brain is one big piece. Just one grape.
And a yellow.
nice.
Noise.
So You examine his body, and you recall the last time something like this happened, where he had some sort of weird malfunction. He doesn't have anything of that nature. You would have to actually plug in to the port for like a system diagnostic.
Do I know how to call the ship?
You would need the communicator.
Dang it.
You know where the ship is at, however.
Wait, what did you say?
You know where the ship is at, however.
Do I?
Is it like underwater?
It is.
Can Shone take you there?
The unconscious body of Shone does not
No.
identify as being conscious.
All right. There we go.
Can Pulsar survive underwater?
I mean, I could
Of
survive
course.
in space.
Yeah.
Can you go get the ship and bring it back to us?
I can. Is that going to completely throw our mission, or do we care at this point?
If we can plug Hyperion into the ship, and there may be medical supplies aboard the ship too.
Oh,
There definitely
Okay.
are, yeah.
okay, yeah.
And
We
And
do
maybe
have.
we
We do
can
have. There should be a
Throw
med
some
scanner,
cornstarch on our brother.
and there's plenty of med and science supplies on there.
okay, you're right. There is a bucket on there. We could put Ixion in it, and I'm gonna stay safe. I'll be back as soon as I can.
While he's doing that, can I first aid on myself?
Sure.
Okay.
I put the mask down, and I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna
Okay.
try to stay low and to get to the water as soon as I can, and just
Sure.
Yellow.
All right. So obviously you're not healing any damage per se, but yeah, you examine yourself. You mostly just took physical damage, so if you just lie down and give a rest, you should be able to
Okay.
recover in no
Okay.
time.
So while he's going to get the ship, I'm gonna just rest for a little bit and
Okay.
then wait. Is Red Arsenal's bad too?
No,
Okay.
I would have healed
Okay.
over time.
Yep.
So.
Oh right. Okay, then I'm gonna rest and I'm gonna go see my mom real quick because she was at the door. So
Oh, okay.
for
I was like, your in-game mom is here.
It's the cat. That's why.
Oh, aw.
Everybody's starting to come over to her place now because she's got that cat there.
That's funny.
It's sweet. So, Pulsar, you fly back, as patiently but as quickly as possible,
Mhm.
and kind of keeping low to the ground. You end up hitting the water, and within maybe 10 minutes, get back to where the ship is at.
Okay. I'm gonna enter in through the airlock,
Mhm.
and then kind of hop in. I've flown this ship before, so that's right. I flew it in when we were doing the when we found the satellite.
Yep.
So yeah, so it's not unfamiliar with me, but yeah, I'm gonna.
No, it is not.
Okay, I'm going to sit into the pilot's chair, kind of get it engined up, and then start making my way towards our little safe house.
Sure. Raising up out of the water where it was kind of kept down quietly off the shore. And give me an agility check just so you can keep this thing at a low vector, like you flew, and bring it in nice and slow.
Okay, so my agility is IN 40.
You have piloting, yes?
I have spacecraft.
There you go. Bump your agility by a column shift, so it'll be an MN 75.
Okay, wow, amazing. Okay, so I need to spend. I'm just gonna keep blowing karma because this is important. I'm gonna spend 26 personal karma
Okay,
to guarantee at least a green feat.
sure, that'll work.
Guys, I'm doing it. I'm learning the game.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, how much was that?
Huzzah!
26. There was much
He's
rejoicing.
growing up so fast.
Oh, I got a yellow. 81. So yellow feet.
Okay, so you keep it low. You keep it low as you bring it in. You don't knock anything over. Pretty confident that any sort of radar in the area would have had extreme difficulty picking the ship up. And you bring it, you touch down near the shack.
Okay.
On paper?
I'll exit and I'll start loading, like grabbing people, loading them up into the.
Presumably, you guys take a moment, get everybody on board. Komori helps. Obviously, she's concerned because, her mom is here. But nobody knows the bioplague she has, and or how to deal with it.
It's cool. There's a we like, this is like the Ultraman like super science team.
Yep.
But yeah, so
We'll have to wait for Brittany for that part of it, but eventually,
can I find a plug to put Hyperion into?
there are outlets here, but it does not. That type of plug is not available here.
Oh, I see. European port.
Sorry.
So
But
much for being Microsoft American.
about a half hour after you've got the ship there, and you're starting to get, you've got shown on in the med bay with Dr. Rostenkowski.
Oh.
And saying, I'm presuming Lightbringer's already taken care of that. You end up hearing Hyperion going through a hard reboot, which sounds very much like what it would sound like a computer in the early 90s. And then eventually
could I have also like taken the ship and essentially, because I don't want to just leave it out in the open, I'd like to kind of bring it back into into an ocean hiding place, so that way at least
Sure.
we're not visible from the air. Because I imagine
take it back off the shore.
Yeah, I imagine that they're going to be they're going to want to try and find us, and I think our giant alien spacecraft is probably going to stand out. So I'd like to, as soon as they're all loaded in, let's go back into the ocean to a safe spot and recover.
So sure. So but it's presumably you've already done that. And then after all the noises that you end up hearing coming from Hyperion, you're back.
Hello, I am Hyperion.
Like, oh no.
Shall we play a game?
And so he gets up and he's startled and he sees where he's at. And he's like, status report.
We took a beating. We ran into those 5 supers that the doctor warned us of. They essentially EMP'd everybody with any sort of technology. We managed to get everybody out. It was really dicey. Shon's hurt really bad. The doctor came to our defense. She's been shot, but she's also stable. But we don't know what the state of the bioplague is going to be. Xenofreeze is a puddle. Any help you can have with or anything you can help us to kind of get him up and running. But we're kind of we're back in the ship. We're back in the ocean. But yeah, we had to make a hasty getaway.
Did we receive any word from Wraith or his companions?
Our communications have been down. The Crown also went. So we haven't. I honestly have no idea what's going on aside from just pandemonium out there.
And about a minute after that, right there, you see the leg of Xenofreeze become solid.
Yay!
Huh. Okay, well that's a relief.
Just the leg. It's like whoop.
That's it. Nothing else ever.
Because
Again.
that's where you were.
And the other leg.
So now you, and then eventually, presumably, it starts to all fill out. taking on a human shape.
It seems that whatever pulse has deactivated the technology is finally leaving us. At this point, we need to make sure that Shone and the doctor are all right. We don't seem to have the technology to accomplish that here, but New Prussia does.
Oh, can you conduit them to New Prussia?
I would have to make 2 conduits in a row due to its distance limitations, or we can fly there.
Okay. Can you get the communications back up and running so we can at least let our allies know what our situation is?
And so he goes, Hyperion to Helios, do you read?
Affirmative. Helios is here.
Are you able to make a connection between our communications and Wraith and the Sinian Underground's network?
Attempting. Negative. There is atmospheric disturbance.
Some of us will need to stay here, and others will need to actually send the doctor and Shone to New Prussia so they can receive medical treatment.
Did you say the doctor is here?
Correct. Dr. Rostenkowski.
Yeah,
She came with
What?
us somehow.
she's
What?
she's
Was
been
her
shot.
bioplague-
She's stable, but
What
her
of her
life isn't.
bioplague?
Her life, it will. She's not out of the woods yet, but we got to do something.
All the more
Um,
reason to get her there. I could generate 2 different portals that should be just enough to get us to New Prussia from here. We'll be cutting through the Earth, but because it's interdimensional technology, it shouldn't have to follow the curvature of the Earth.
How long does it take for the ship to get to New Prussia? Like 15, 20 minutes?
Do we know how long that would take, Drum? Can we estimate?
Well, let's see.
Am I awake right now? Am I present?
Yes. You were never
Okay.
unconscious.
I'm just checking. I don't know what happened in the last 10 minutes.
You
Oh,
never
yeah,
know.
we're in the ship. We're off in the ocean again. Hyperion and Xenofreeze have woken up.
Okay.
I will go to the med bay and attempt to draw blood from the doctor and to
If
begin diagnosis.
if we can contact New Prussia, they could teleport us there.
Excellent. Helios, make contact with the New Prussian military forces.
One moment.
Are all of us going?
We need to have at least Shone and the doctor go. Lightbringer, you may be one of the only ones who could develop a cure for the doctor's plague, the bioplague, or bioweapon that's affecting her. Would you be willing to go?
Yeah, I'm not feeling too great myself. I don't know how much help I would be if I stayed.
Then we'll all go at the same time, if possible.
I don't think I should go.
To New Prussia.
No, I don't want to leave Wraith and the Resistance like fighting on their own. I understand that this was our mission, get Rostenkowski out. We've done that, but
Can we restore communications? Fix- fix the crown, maybe?
Is the crown up and running?
Well, I'm trying to figure something out. 1 second. So go ahead and keep playing.
I don't want to just up and leave again. I already left Sedia once, and I was powerless then, but I have power now. And if Wraith and the others are fighting to liberate Senia and like my parents, I don't want to just leave again.
Do we know what caused the pulse that deactivated the technology?
There was a person in the group. I think it was Wraith Code that was asked to deal with our abilities, and they did something with a backpack, and all of the technology that we were carrying just died, including
Stopped. Yeah.
including like you guys, the watches,
Does that
Red Arsenal's
backpack still
bow.
exist?
I think
Yeah,
I don't know.
couldn't.
I don't know
couldn't
if it was
destroy.
damaged in the explosion.
yeah, I did barbecue a good chunk of them. I don't know, but I mean, even that, you guys didn't, the effect of it didn't end until we were like, I don't know if it's a time thing. It certainly wasn't a distance thing, because we couldn't be further, and it still took you guys a while to reboot.
So FYI, to answer that question for the vessel, the ship goes in Earth's atmosphere. The ship itself goes 3,750 miles per hour, which that is about Mach 4.5.
So it still take 2 to 3 hours.
Actually, it's it's almost Mach 5. Yeah, it's like just shy of that.
It would still take anywhere from 1.5 to 3 hours for this vessel to get there. If we can have teleportation help from New Prussia, then we'll need both of the injured to go, and I suggest Xenofreeze and Lightbringer go along as well. You two are going to be the best capable of possibly finding a way to deactivate the bioweapon in Dr. Rostenkowski. Meanwhile, if we can, while the rest of us actually return to New Prussia to continue to Senia to continue the fight, we'll see what we can do about finding the antidote or some means of deactivating it.
Okay.
Helios comes back through and says, unable to establish connection. There is still negative atmospheric conditions.
Over New Prussia. Do you think you'll be able? No. Then
Can I connect via phone?
Sure, go ahead and try.
I mean, I don't have a phone on me. It was in my thingy.
Oh, right. So
LB phone home.
Can Helios
you'll have to
contact
go find
them
a
via
payphone.
phone?
Does the ship not have communications in it, or even that's not working?
Oh, the ship does have communications. It has, broadband radio.
there's interference either near us or at the location, which is preventing us from making a solid connection.
It has to be Senia. They have to be doing something, messing with the radio.
Well, let's get a little closer then and see if we can establish contact once we're out of that range. Should
Well,
take a moment.
Well, if Helios couldn't do it and he's all the way in space.
Oh,
Helios is using technology that we have. He's not located in space.
Oh.
Pulsar,
He's a computer.
see if you can pilot the ship directly upward.
Okay. I'll hop in the pilot seat and show Xenofreeze how this baby runs, and fly us straight up, try to get us out of the radius of whatever this thing is.
Sure. So you end up picking straight up and getting up out of the water. Obviously taking it gradually. You don't want to give everybody the bends.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you hit the sky, you start getting up. And as you start, getting up into the sky, keep in mind it's that you guys actually went in the evening time, actually. So in the sky, you actually see some some faint flickering, as you get up there. Of course, you can still see some. You're not so high that you can't see the islands. You can see like the where the civilization starts. With the street lights and whatnot. The clusters of humanity on either island, and you can see some some flickering above, just up in the stars, and occasionally you see something fiery.
Something fiery within the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, does it look like? Can we
Oh,
use imaging? Does it look like a satellite or something?
You actually no. This particular ship doesn't have that. Doesn't come equipped with that. You have to fly all the way up to go see if you're going to do that.
Okay, because is it like stationary? It looks like it's just like hanging in the sky, or does it look like it's?
No, it would be like if you see something, like if you saw like a meteor,
it's like an air battle.
or something, kind of just, eventually trail out. Very much like fireworks. If you watch them, occasionally you'll see them kind of burn up into the sky and then eventually just disappear.
Okay. Does it?
I wonder if that's projectiles.
That's Senia. It's got to be Senia.
Helios, can you tell what type of atmospheric disturbance is happening above our area right now?
Negative. Unable to determine as of this moment.
And how far does it seem like we are away from this disturbance up in the sky?
You'd have to go, quite a few miles up in the sky still.
Okay. We're spending time trying to do this when we just do this faster. So Hyperion is going to use he's probably seen like a map of the world or whatever before. And so he's going to try to generate a conduit that'll at least get us halfway, because of the distance, he's going to have to generate like 2 conduits in a row to make it all the way to New Prussia, I think.
Okay.
So he's going to make one to try to get halfway there, the 2,500 mile maximum that he's got.
Okay. Well, that'll put you from here. That'll put you close to the United States.
Well, he was thinking of just actually going and like appearing in like somewhere in Asia, like whether that's going to be somewhere in Russia.
Oh, you're going to go
India
the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure, that will be.
So what was
the
the range we determined?
It's 2,500 miles.
Okay.
He needs to get that upgraded.
Go.
Might be just under. Or I might need to make 3.
So looks like that would put you somewhere near Palau. Let's see, Philippines. Here we go. Distance from Philippines. And you said 27 or 25?
2,500.
Okay, that is absolutely not what I was looking for, because this is from. Trying to have a working map here, sorta, but it's trying to give me like. That's not. Yeah, that's not helping. Okay, so.
And like he's only going to be there for like a few seconds before he generates another conduit. Like he's kind of.
But you're
leapfrogging his way.
Yeah, so basically you're going over the land mass. So we're saying that would kind of help. We're saying that is. Hold on a second. I think I can figure this out. Let me switch the dot. Oh, I guess not. Okay. To. There we go. That's the spelling I was looking for. This is probably going to help. This will tell me roughly how where you're at. Okay, so boink. So roughly halfway there's putting you somewhere over China.
Okay.
Actually, no, why is it giving me the... Why don't I want to give it to me in English? So I'm having to guess. So that's not. It's actually going to put you somewhere near, actually just like on the border of Kazakhstan. It looks like.
Okay.
And as you have made the conduit jump, why don't you give me a pilot? Why don't you give me an intuition check? Or not intuition. Yeah, intuition check.
Oh, okay.
Me intuition?
Yes, you intuition. You are flying.
Okay. Okay. Does my spacecraft come into play?
Negative. That's just for flying. This is what you see as you're flying.
Okay. My intuition is a GD10. I'm gonna keep spending this karma while I still have it. It's the finale. What's it like? Yeah,
Well,
I got it.
if yours is GD10, then with your you don't have you said spacecraft, so that would bump it up. So if it's GD10, you'll roll.
No,
yeah.
he's trying to
does not
use
add to it.
intuition. He's not piloting. He's noticing something.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Okay. So for GD10 to get at least a green, I need to have a 46. So I'm gonna spend 46.
Okie doke.
Okay. I'm at 267 left.
Spend 45 because you'll at least roll a 1.
Oh, okay. Right, so this is and then and then and then plus This is some art college math. I got a green feet, 68.
Green feet.
Bingo.
So as you are flying, again, you're kind of going opposite of the time zones or whatnot. So you're actually, it was evening back in Philippines, so you're jumping forward a bit, so it's later at night, essentially, where you're at. Making this a little bit easier to see. You can actually see now at this point, it's almost as if you can see, based upon where you're at, it looks to be, because there's a lot of lights, you're getting close to passing over a large city. And in the large city, you can see it's actually, it's flickering at certain points and not flickering like the flickering goes out and then flickering happens in other locations and then starts to flicker some more. And it's almost as if as you're looking around, it's almost matching what you can see from space. Just like in the open sky at this point. There's a little bit of flickering, a little bit of flickering.
This is over Senia, or just like, or we're at a different spot now?
No, you're in a different spot. You're almost halfway there.
Okay. Wait, so is it kind of similar to what we saw happening at no?
No, the map is the map wise has you someplace over Kazakhstan.
Okay, but okay. Sorry, I was a little, because I guess But is it kind of similar to like the fireworks kind of thing we saw over Senia?
Not quite.
Not quite. Okay.
Mm.
So he's seeing like a reflection.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Is that the way you described it? Was like he's seeing a reflection, like the lights down here and the lights up in the sky? That are kind of matching each other.
Kinda.
All right.
Would I be able to tell what this is?
Not without
No.
getting closer to investigate. So if you want to jump back through another, what the heck?
Conduit.
Yeah, if you're going to jump through another conduit, you can do that, or you can fly further and investigate.
I think getting our. What do you think, Hyperion? I almost would think getting medical attention is our most pressing thing, but
That
I'm
is
not
the
sure.
primary objective. We can't help everybody simultaneously when members of our team are dying. So then
Okay.
he goes ahead and tries
Do
to
it again.
generate another conduit so we can get to New Prussia.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yellow Feet.
Nice.
Wow.
The GD10.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so that you still have a little ways to go. But at this point, you are over Europe. And that effect that you saw back there over Kazakhstan, all over the place here.
It's a global phenomenon. Something's happening.
And in fact, since you guys are actually over part of Europe, you're closer to what it is seeing. It's almost looking like it's raining from the sky.
Looks like it's raining.
Raining like fire.
Just regular rain, you mean, or
Not like regular rain.
oh,
Bright
Like
rain.
it's raining lights.
Mhm.
Or like meteor shower type.
Like it's raining lights.
Oh, okay.
How
Like
high up are
An asteroid?
Not like an asteroid.
how high up are we? Like we're within like the atmosphere, right?
Yeah, you're within the atmosphere. You'd have to go
Okay.
higher if you're going to break Atmo and
Okay.
investigate.
Okay.
Or you can continue going the rest of the way.
Okay, but it looks like there is like this kind of atmospheric rain that is falling within Earth's atmosphere.
Mhm.
That can't be a coincidence. Do you guys want me to go out and get a closer look?
our objectives haven't changed. We need to actually get to New Prussia to ensure that we can save our people.
Let me see if I can contact my grandfather telepathically.
Go for it.
Grampy.
You are effectively 800 miles out, give or take a few.
Well,
So you're-
And
unless
getting
we
less.
can get to a payphone, P to Q.
which would require you to land at one of the nearby cities.
The flickering fire light rain cities.
Correct.
Yellow.
Okay. I mean, you try to reach out. Unfortunately, it's too far.
Okay. Yeah, we're too far. I can't contact him. Can we get a little closer?
Well, aren't we currently flying that way?
We are.
But you're jumping through conduits at this point. The last conduit will put you right on top of New Prussia.
One last conduit. Here we go. Yellow Feet.
Okay. So you at this point, you know what? Give me an intuition check, Hyperion.
Okay. Yellow feet.
Okay. So as you come through as you guys, the ship passes through the next conduit, and you come out through the other side, you can see something like you're close up at this point. You can see like energy kind of cascading down, and it crackles over what appears to be a barrier. At this point, Hyperion would have to shout. That was the intuition, a warning to Pulsar to pull up.
Yeah, I'd be like, pull up immediately.
And we'll pull up.
Roll your agility. You will add
Okay.
spacecraft for this.
Okay, and that's one column shift for spacecraft.
Yep.
Okay,
And so he
it's
sees like a massive light falling
Mhm.
right in front of us. Okay.
Okay, so that's amazing. Should I spend karma, everybody?
That'd be nice.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm just gonna run out. So that's another 20. Okay, so another 25 to get at least a green. Okay. Okay, 45 green feet.
Okay, so that's good enough. So you pull up at the last minute because Hyperion didn't even know this was a possibility. So when you open up the conduit, like you almost open it up right into a wall, effectively. And as you pull up and you're kind of spiraling up into the air away from this, you can see that it's like beams of light occasionally come down and they crash down into the ground nearby. Occasionally, one will rattle off of this barrier that seems to be on this area. But like as it hits, you can see like the amber color of the energy like strike down across the barrier, just bang. Other areas, as you can see, it's like cascading down on what appear to be, off in the distance. You can see some cascading down to the north of where you guys are at, as well as towards the south, which means like other Baltic states and Poland that happen to be in this area. Like you can actually physically see some of them like descending down at this point.
So it's like a bunch of lights or beams of light or particles of light coming down, hitting the ground, doing damage type of a thing?
Correct.
Like bombs?
Energy weapons. Fly up, high up into the atmosphere. We need visual confirmation on what's going on.
I'll take us higher and higher.
Okay,
I
so
want to say it's Tyrex.
go ahead and make your piloting check again, Pulsar.
As we ask, can you take me higher?
Exactly.
Someone
Someone put in Creed.
And I will
Take me higher.
And I will spend 25 comma to make sure I don't crash us into what's blowing up the earth. Red feet, 101.
Oh,
Ooh.
so at this point, you bank hard and go straight up,
So let's
and
go there.
to Hyperion's comment, it is orbital strikes.
Orbital strike.
There's a horde of ships that are surrounding Earth at this point, and you can see that there's strikes just going down all over the place, and a couple of them come your way at this point. It's like, and you end up doing a barrel roll, but you're not going to be able to stay up here.
Can we at least... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Head back down. We can't take on everything. In the meantime, Ixion, can you tell what types of ships those are? Have you seen them before?
Asking
Well-
the scientist, have you seen military ships before?
I mean, if
Well, I
he's,
mean,
because he's the
I've
one who's
been-
flown around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take us back into atmosphere to avoid more bombardment.
Xenofreeze, why don't you give me an intuition check, see if you get a decent enough look as he's cycling back around and trying to hit the deck.
Okay. Intuition.
Yep.
Okay. Green.
Okay, so green. So as you basically kind of bank up and around, and this is very much like if you've seen episode 3 of Star Wars, where that armada was over Coruscant. That's it. Basically, when you guys punch through the atmosphere, that's literally what happened. Like, you guys all of a sudden go, ah! And there's just like shit, and you're like banking back around and trying to barrel roll through to duck back down into the atmosphere. You don't know, you don't know like make and model of the vessels or whatnot, but by design they are Duridian.
Uh-oh.
And so Pulsar, go ahead and you need to make three checks.
Same thing.
Piloting, yep.
Piloting. Okay.
Evade.
All right. Let me calculate how much karma I have left. I've spent a lot. Let's see. I still have 243. So yeah, I'm gonna spend 25. So I'm gonna spend 75 to help me with this.
So 25 on each roll is what you're saying? Okay.
Yes, sir. Let's go there. Let's make our escape from missiles. That's a yellow feet.
All right.
Let's ask them to stop. Can you stop blowing up Earth?
Time out. Time
it's the
out.
only planet we got.
Hey, I said time out.
So that's yellow feet, green feet, green feet.
Okay. So you make that first bank coming up around, like anti-ship gunfire just starts ripping out through the the high atmosphere at this point, as you basically banked around an entire cruiser that was there, and it's just it spotted you at that point. It's all and just throwing all kinds of energy bolts up into space trying to catch you. You make a hard turn. You have to be impressed, Xenofreeze, at this point. Like, he's taken a simple science vessel and he's making this thing like hum like you've never seen it hum before. You're like, we can do it! Holy cow, this thing's agile! You're like, hey! And then the first hit comes.
Oh, dang it.
And then the second hit comes. Alarms at this point start screaming out throughout the cabin as you're starting to lose pressure. The engines are starting to fail at this point. You can see that there's like flickering sparks coming from inside the cabin as two of the shots ended up clipping you, and you start going into you start descending into a barrel roll.
We're doing the Star Trek thing where we're like, whoa, like.
So at this point, you guys are falling almost helplessly back down to planet Earth, and the speed is picking up rapidly.
Hyperion is going to generate. He's going to see if he can generate, because he can create up to 40 copies because he's at Ion 40 for that ability. So he's going to create 30, try to make them hard light copies to appear outside the ship and stabilize it and try to bring it down safely. If at all possible. Because if they're physical,
but they're not going to be able to match the speed of the ship.
Oh, okay.
So, you could throw them in the way if you want to, but that's not really going to help per se. At best, they would be able to hold on. They don't have the speed to pull it back up out of the spin.
Okay.
At this point, you're going to have to hope that Pulsar can pull it out.
Okay.
Otherwise, Pulsar may be able to Pulsar and anybody that can fly. Well, what flight speed do you have, Lightbringer?
I can try to. I may be able to generate something similar to my ice slide to re-guide us.
That's what I was kind of thinking.
EX20.
Okay, yeah, you would. That's not going to help. So, what is your flight speed, Pulsar?
My true
Rocket.
flight.
Oh,
is,
true flight, yeah.
Yeah, RM30.
Oof. That's not going to help either. You're going to have to hope the ship you can pull the ship out. You guys don't have the speed to try and level it out. And trying to do ice from this high up, it would be impossible.
Okay.
What about telekinesis? Can I pull a Jean Grey?
You could, with TY6, flip a switch.
Dang. All right.
Can I talk to the plants?
I'm sorry, can you what?
I have talking to plants. Can I talk to the plants to weave themselves into a catcher's mitt?
Yeah, plants catch us.
No, I'm ready to. I'll make the spacecraft roll, and I'll just throw every last bit of karma that I have into it.
Okay.
Is this cheap, Jerome? Does this bother you that I'm spending all this dang karma?
No.
Okay, all right. I'm like, man, like I feel like every roll tonight I've been like, I want to spend karma, please.
We do that all the time.
Yeah, I just don't want us to die. I haven't thought of a new superhero character to play after this.
I haven't either.
Yeah,
I'm going to go with the red grip.
That's Derek.
The red grip will save us. All of a sudden, this rainbow comes up from the ground somewhere. How did he have a raft in the rainbow? I don't get it.
Don't you feel better though?
I was thinking the red grip would be like somebody on a film set who just wears red. All right, yeah, I'm gonna roll
the red
space
grip.
This is a
spacecraft.
job for the.
This is a job for the red grip.
This is a job for land safely, man. Okay, so roll.
Yeah, you thought my ability was pointless until now.
AM, and then I'm going to.
We need Domino right now.
I want at least a yellow feet.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 55 karma. This is from all those times where you guys voted me like a best in show or whatever.
All right.
So I'm putting it to work.
You might get it again.
That is a red feat with a 130.
Nice. So at this point, you're moving a bit too fast straight down for the ships above you to return fire to basically try to finish you off. The one benefit of being in an uncontrolled spin, but you keep pulling it at this point. You hear the engine strain, more damage happening to the hull as you do, but you start to pull it out. Like everybody at this point is getting nauseous if you're conscious. And almost passing out from the sheer G's of the spin, but it's still going down, but you managed to keep it from completely spinning out, and you're it's again still falling, but you're leveling it out, which is giving you a chance at this point to try and target somewhere. You're coming in hot. Like the hull at this point is getting extremely warm. Like you can see the flames starting to roll off of it. At this point, at this point, Brittany, now would probably be the opportune time to try and communicate with somebody telepathically.
While she's doing that, I am going to start generating as much and as large of a field at the nose and initial where the heat is generating the most, and try to minimize.
As an FYI, that's going to cause you to get nose heavy, and you'll probably die.
Yeah.
No, it would only be temperature. I don't need ice.
So,
I have cold generation, not necessarily ice generation.
So you're attempting to thwart the heat, is what you're trying to do?
Yes,
Because the way you
we've-
described it, it sounded like you're trying to form ice, and that's
no,
not
I
a good
just
idea.
want to chill. I want to chill it. I don't want to ice
I want
it.
to chill
I want
out,
to
too.
chill it.
You wanted to chill.
Everybody freeze.
Like I mean, if I have to, like, I'll touch the chassis and just like radiate cold outward.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll.
Okay.
Are we still in space?
You are not. You
So
left
with my,
space a long time ago.
with my cold
Okay.
generation. What do I roll that against?
Your power rank.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, just the power rank guy. Green.
Okay.
I also got a green on telepathy.
Must be green. Okay. All right. So at this point, the inside of the cabin starts getting kind of chilly as Xenofreeze stays close to one of the walls, even though again it's descending rapidly, and he's trying to keep the ship from burning up. So now the nose of the ship as it's and the hull of the ship as it's coming down hard is leaving a large steam trail.
Yeah.
That will make it a little bit more difficult to see, but I mean, you're still a really good pilot. Do you really want to see you crash, though? I mean,
No, we've got a lot of hurt people.
so Lightbringer, you're reaching out telepathically again.
Yeah, I'm gonna phone Grandpa.
Okay.
Hey, Grandpa. Got a favor to ask.
So I mean,
I'm in a
at this
situation
point,
here.
at the rate you're descending, you reach him,
I'm gonna say SOS, SOS.
and so and he's like, Carmen, where are you?
Look up.
Incoming.
Look up. He's like, he says that's not helpful. Tell me where tell me where you're coming from.
I'm gonna give him our location. I'd say
Falling from the sky.
where the ship is coming in hot, and we have injured.
Let's see. Okay, so he says, all right, I think we I think we spotted you. Get your pilot to try and level you out.
So I'll say, Pulsar, try and level us out.
Commence leveling out. We're like the
Leveling out,
Spaceballs crew.
go!
Button for that.
Prepare to fast forward. Exactly. Yeah. Fast forwarding, sorry.
What the hell am I looking at?
This is now. Everything that's happening now is happening now.
Go
What
back to
happened to
when.
then? We just
We
passed
missed
it. When? Just
Just
now.
When
will
will
then
then
be
be
now.
now?
soon.
All right.
That
Great
is
show.
probably one of the best scenes in all of cinema. I love that.
I love that movie with like all of my heart. It is
I'm gonna have to watch that.
I
I'm a
now I'm gonna
mom.
want to watch it again.
Half man, half dog. I'm my own best friend.
we ain't found. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna roll again. Am I still AM for piloting?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm gonna spend another 25 karma to guarantee at least a green. And that's a yellow with an 85.
Okay,
Nice.
so at this point you can start to see, you can tell you're starting to level off because of how the steam is rolling off the vessel at this point. And you can see on what controls that are still active, like you're still in a mad descent. You guys are like coming down at like 2,000 miles per hour at this point. But you pull it up and you're starting to get the nose of the vessel to try and point up a little bit. You hear an explosion in the back as the last engine just completely gives out. As you end up connecting with something, and you end up here like a loud like you impacted with something, something in the air, and you can see the deceleration starting to happen on it's not super quick, but it's starting to happen. So by the time you end up seeing,
it caught us midair.
So the time you end up seeing the ground start coming up, you're only at like 700 miles per hour.
Oh, only.
And slowing down at this point. So
seatbelts, everybody.
Yeah. So it ends up crashing. There is obviously you end up striking down into a field, but nowhere near as hard as before. It's more like at this point like a fairly bad auto accident as opposed to an airliner striking the ground and ripping the thing apart.
No Time for Caution from the Interstellar soundtrack has been playing for the last 20 minutes. I'm gonna go. So we're landed. I'm gonna go in the back, and I'm gonna try to use my fire control to like put out the fires. Just try to like stop. Like
yeah. At that point, I kind of assumed like between you and Xenofreeze, you were suffocating what fires or icing them over to prevent anything extreme from happening. The cabin door comes flying off real quick, and you can see that it's President Jurgen. And he's like, and he's just like looking around, and you can see sirens like coming over, like they've got fire rescue coming in. But then occasionally you'll see one of those amber bolts like strike up in the air and dissipate and whatnot. So you can still hear that there's chaos outside now that the door has been ripped off. Fire and rescue comes over and starts spraying down like the outer hull and the impact site to make sure nothing else is catching fire, and he's starting to help, hurriedly getting you guys out of the ship.
How bad were we injured from the crash?
Thankfully minimally. It's more whiplash than anything.
Okay.
And I've already assumed somebody probably Red Arsenal, since Pulsar was flying. Red Arsenal made a last minute check because he's got regenerations. So if this thing suddenly crashed, he could probably pick himself back up and walk away. He made sure that Shone and
that would be a not very nice thing to do.
He made sure Shone and the doctor were strapped in safe, for the crash land.
I probably kind of smushed a little bit up against the front of the kind of like
your character is like just been like kind of flattened from like just being you're like
the G's just kind of
the G's compress my facial features that I'm projecting.
So as they're pulling you out and we're ending the game here, you guys can see that occasionally that there is a barrier over here, and occasionally it does make itself known as something from the sky strikes it. Occasionally, you can hear sirens going off in the city of Coensburg, letting people know that they need to get to shelters. Shelter in effect. You can see the military scrambling about as you are here. As you can see, the flickering lights all over the sky. The problem has come.
the problems.
Tyrex.
Tell them that we have problems already. We don't need more.
So
don't need those stinking problems.
that is where we're going to end it for the night. So we need to do RP vote, and then we also need to roll for karma.
Mm-hmm.
I had 420 at the start of this session. I have 88 now.
Nice.
Oh,
Well
My
worth
note-
it.
Yeah, my notes are just
worth it.
karma expansions.
Pulsar.
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 Well, yeah, of course. Pulsar.
Jerome.
So it doesn't matter how you vote, George. You got the RP vote. So 200 karma.
Is it 200?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. I was up throwing it back into the piloting pool.
In second,
Yeah.
in second place, I'm gonna vote Chone for playing a really good dead body.
Yay!
Hey, I blurped.
You did. Honorable
You did
mention.
my
That was some
Yeah.
great blurping.
I think Lightbringer gets like honorable mention too for like because you would have been mine because you stood up to two of those dweebs and or
Right.
the guys who were trying to keep us from going and you kept on your feet the whole time. You have a villain like a
Your
actual
arch
like
nemesis
nemesis.
is now
Ooh.
Ironstorm.
Ironstorm.
Ooh. We didn't happen to make it out with any of their collars or cuffs, did we?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Didn't have time.
Okay.
But we have a prisoner, don't we, still? Or
Nope.
did you drop him?
No, he woke up. Ironstorm was the one. Yeah, he woke up.
So
I'm gonna need a new cell phone.
Priorities.
Amongst other
Right.
things.
So
We
there.
need some more donuts.
So we need to roll for
I'll
karma.
get you some donuts,
Karma,
John.
yeah, that's right.
Christmas karma?
Let's see.
Uh,
Okay.
So I'm going to roll for monthly karma.
So that's just D10.
One D10 times.
I say. I
50.
think Shelly should roll.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good
Sure.
idea.
These are nuts.
Spend karma.
Okay,
No.
plus 50.
Add 9.
Ooh, all right.
Nine.
Nice.
Okay, so then 9.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
That earns
Very
us-
evil. Very nice.
Honestly, when you mentioned Kazakhstan, it was really hard for me not to make like a Borat joke.
Yep.
My wife.
Okay, so that's 2,700.
This is
then that we just
Kazakhstan.
earned.
It is under global strike. Very nice.
Very nice.
See that orange boat did get my terrible neighbor.
Okay, so
Very,
then
very nice.
with that we earn 2,700 from that, so that refills our group available back up to 500, and then the remaining added to the group bank brings that to 9,505.
Okay.
Let's go.
Roll one more D10
Okay.
for Christmas XP and end of the season.
Nice.
Let's see that 10. All right.
6. That's good. So that's an additional 1,800.
That was for
Uh,
Creed.
Yeah.
It took us higher. It took our group bank higher to 11,305.
And to make our escape to New Prussia.
Yeah.
All I can keep going through my head is Nickelback. That line.
And you
Wise man.
take me higher.
I ain't never gonna watch man.
Yeah, because of
Listen,
Jerome.
Oh yeah,
It's been in my head all day today.
Yeah, that's right.
that was a good pun. I actually
That
like
was.
that one.
It's a good pun,
But
but it's
I
been
did that
playing
one
in my
for
head all day.
I did that one for Rachel because Rachel's very big about Nickelback.
Oh yeah.
I love Nickelback. Yeah.
I like him too.
Okay, so
Well, what's funny is I was going to have Sean, if Sean ever got, if she ever survived, she was going to go to a Nickelback concert.
if she survives, you understand Nickelback's not a thing yet, right?
When did Nickelback come out?
when did Spider-Man 1 come out?
Oh my God! Wow.
2000s.
That was
Yeah.
Chad Kroger.
Spider-Man 2 was 2002, I think. Maybe?
Yeah,
When
because
did Nickelback come out?
they did a song for one of the Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire ones.
That was
1995.
That was just Chad Kroger.
Oh, okay.
Nickelback came out in
Active
1995.
The Canadian rock. The
We
Canadian
need to
rock
save her
band
so that they can
came
make that
out
song, guys.
in
They have to later
'95.
this
So
year.
you've got problems with Senia. You've got global predicament with Tyrex here,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Nickelback is the priority.
That's
I get it.
Listen,
Back must live.
They were formed in 1995 in Hanna, Alberta, Canada. But their first release was a 7-track EP called Hesher in 1996. So they won't even hit it big until the late 90s, which we
Yep.
are in 95 right now.
yeah, beginning.
We should-
of
That's if the world survives.
we should do a Back to the Future moment where we're fighting and we're singing the lyrics to a Nickelback song, and then
That's
Chad
how they
Kroeger-
get the inspiration.
And that's how they
Yeah.
get the. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, Spider-Man 1 was 2002.
Hey yo, I heard this crazy song on the middle of a superhero
I
fight
heard this
there.
crazy song,
you,
eh?
you got to hear this.
Don't you
It's
know?
like a-
it's
there's
a
a bear on the
it's
other
a
side.
boot time. Anyway,
Just
so
there on the other side.
so that's where we're at. That's what we're calling it tonight. I don't think we have any other housekeeping items. Game
Housekeeping?
next week, Cyberpunk on Wednesday,
Woo!
and the 11th, and I think Street Fighter on the 12th. I need to make sure to check in on them because it's your last game, and I need to make sure Mike is going to be there.
Yeah.
Because I know he said he was iffy. So, anyways, okay, so great game. Obviously, much disaster awaits in season 5 to find out just what exactly is happening and just how are the heroes of the world going to unite.
Yeah.
Especially if we don't have our comms.
Bum bum bum.
Oh no.
I'm sure Grandpa's
no.
got something.
We
So,
really got to.
Carmen's boyfriend has no idea where she is right now.
Yeah, I know. So thank you guys again for tuning in, hanging out with us,
Not very good
and
boyfriend.
we will catch you again next time. Good night, guys.